A question I've been getting asked a lot recently that I wanted to publicly talk about is, why have I been making videos insulting children's content? I'm a full-grown man. I'm not no snot-nosed multiplication table learning little bitch. I'm a full-grown fucking man who understands multiplication for the most part. I know I may have the height of a toddler who's just now hitting puberty and maybe has a bit of a calcium deficiency, but alas, I am still a hairy-dicked, hairy-assholed man. So why am I insulting children's content? It's clearly not geared towards me. Well, the reason is it's shitty content. Yeah, that goes without saying. It's not exactly brave to insult the children's content on YouTube. Saying family-friendly YouTube content is bad and shitty is like saying one-ply toilet paper is evil. Everybody already knows that. The main reason I target the douchebags that make the content geared towards children is because they aim to exploit the children. They always pretty much demand that they hit the like button or else they're not a real fan and they'll never be their friend and they're never going to have a girlfriend and no girls are ever going to show them nipples or anything. They make it seem like you're a loser if you don't hit the like button for them. And the content aims to set a very bad example to children who are very impressionable. So you have people like Rice Gum, and I always use him as an example for this type of shit because he's truly the poster child for being a micro-penised douchebag who just throws his success in the face of his fans and spits on them. And you have people like him who incentivize these children to hit the like button and comment and join the family, and they make it seem like you're not gonna be successful or cool if you don't emulate that type of behavior. So you have these children that look at Rice Gum and want to be like him, aspire to be like him, so they start acting like him, a huge piece of shit. So then you have a whole bunch of children growing up to try and become a piece of shit. Being an uneducated fucking loser is now the cool thing to do because you have people on the platform of YouTube showing how successful you can be by being that way. And I honestly just have no respect for this group of people at all. Every adjective you could ever use when describing a piece of gum that's stuck to the bottom of a urinal is an adjective that would also apply to this group of douchebag YouTubers that exploit children. All in all, they're just the worst possible role models. Like fucking Jake Paul made that song about fuck teachers. Fuck teachers, yeah, what a great positive message. Fuck teachers, a message delivered from Jake Paul, who can hardly even speak English, a man who offers nothing to the world and has just barely enough brain power to keep himself from drooling 24/7. Yeah, fuck teachers, what a great fucking message to send. I'm not exactly the type of guy that's always like, think of the children, we need to ban swear words because kids might hear them and burn down a church because they heard those bad words. Pornography needs to go, that's so unholy, kids might find that, think of the children. Bitch, if pornography didn't exist, the world would be in flames by now. We would have lost the ozone layer 20 years ago. Pornography saved humans. Can't ban that shit. But when talking about this platform, I do think when you have these douchebags who make content solely to exploit children for their own financial gain, that's something you really need to think about and take a look at. So why I choose that type of content to shit on so frequently is because, well, it's really just bad content that's fun to shit on, and also, I feel like it's rightfully so. It's a target that, you know, there's no passion behind. It's a bad person who's making it, and they're doing it for malicious intent. Why wouldn't you want to make fun of that, or at least show people this type of shit and make people aware of what's going on, so that way maybe somebody who sees it and has a younger brother or a son or a daughter that maybe watches this type of shit, maybe sit them down and be like, hey, you know, you can watch this type of shit, but just, I hope you don't end up like this, you know what I mean? Because it's bad. Nobody likes those kind of people in the world. Yeah, I guess it might be cool to children online to see that type of success and that attitude, but in the real world, nobody likes that. It's a hard news flash, and I'm sorry to splash you with that cold pee-pee water, but nobody likes those people. I'm 100% sure Rice Gum doesn't act like that in the real world like he does online, because he wouldn't have any friends. He wouldn't have anybody still in his life. But kids, they don't know that. They probably think that Rice Gum is just like that in the real world. A real fucking lit savage who goes around slapping homeless people with $100 bills, laughing as he does it, and then brushing the ass crack of strippers with cocaine. They will look at that and think, okay, so that attitude has clearly got him a lot of success with this nice house and all this money. I'm gonna do that too. And then they will, and they'll wonder why they're all alone. A lot of people probably think I'm just talking out of my ass, like, oh yeah, I'm sure all the kids understand that it's just an act and they're not just being used, but I mean, they very clearly are being used. You can tell by the way the douchebags act about it, but we'll disregard that. It doesn't mean they're going to be bad people because they look up to these bad people as role models. I can give you a very easy counterexample. The KSI versus Logan Paul fight, all of their fans were the most destructive fans I'd seen in quite a while. They were worse than some soccer fans. There was those videos of literal riots about the KSI versus Logan Paul fight. Both of them have content aimed at children. Both of them are douchebags, and they have been doing this for a while. So they've had an audience of children following them through their formative years. And look how they turned out, judging by their public appearance at the fight conferences, where they had actual riots and destruction of property and fucking public urination and defecation charges and shit. They're becoming bad people. And I'm not going to blame, Logan Paul and KSI solely for that. A lot of it falls onto the parents. But as you can see, there's clearly at least some type of correlation here between looking up to bad people and how you start to turn out and what kind of persona you start to take on, what kind of mask you wear. It's just bad. When you have content that's geared towards just exploiting people and acting like a douchebag for money and views and likes, you're going to have people that try and emulate that and take on that in the real world, and that fucking sucks. Nobody likes those people. So I choose shitty, family-friendly, exploitative content to insult and shit on because it's bad content that's fun to insult. And in my eyes, if I can at least show people why the person is a douchebag, that's a big win because it makes more people aware, and maybe even the douchebag in question, they're not going to change, never mind. But yeah, it at least makes people aware that they're a big old fucking douchebag, so that's good. It helps raise awareness and shit. So yeah, that's it. So yeah.